Yo, this is Bystanders at Newsstands. Of course, you know how we do it. I'm your host for today, Michael Adekunle. And today we have the Sun newspaper. The Sun, which says National Assembly pegs campaign funding at 5 billion naira. I repeat again, National Assembly pegs campaign funding at 5 billion naira. Rejects manual voter accreditation. And on the rider, 9 die in Lagos Ibadan Expressway auto crash. Another rider says, accept results of 2019 polls. Gowon tells Buhari, Atiku, others. We're not going to be doing this alone. Of course, you know we have people on the street that will be doing justice to this. I'm Michael Adekunle. The PEG campaign funding at 5 billion naira. Don't you think this is outrageous?
Yeah, it's very, very outrageous, and even I don't understand the whole system, because I know that is it going to be presidential campaign generally, or is he trying to say campaigning for Buhari? The way I see it is a general campaign for the whole candidacy of presidency. Yes, because if it's only for the Mr. President, it means this money is mapped out for something very intriguing. They are going to use this amount to make sure they rig and get scot-free. Yes, the money is too much. 5 billion for what? Campaigning. How must you just spend such amount on campaigning alone? Don't you know they are going to use this to do some things underground? So I fault this. If NAS even pegs it on 5 billion, I think NAS is being myopic. I don't see a NAS that was brighter before under the administration of Saraki, giving into this kind of fraud. They're not going to use only 5 billion just for campaigning. Don't you understand the system again? They're going to use it for rigging. I'm telling you the truth. That's my own point of view.
Thank you very much, sir.
On the National Assembly, the money, I will say that the presidency, the amount is too much. Because, yes, the amount is too much. Because the campaign, something of a sort, shouldn't be a money thing. Or election of it, something of a thing, it should not be a money thing. But the policy they brought out by giving them limits that they will spend is also good. Because the electoral process in Nigeria has taken a new dimension. Where you will see the politicians will now be buying votes, using money to buy votes. The people that are so-called godfathers will be bringing out money to fund, to support, so that when their candidates enter into power, they will be refunding the money through the public fund. So all those things are not good. So I commend government by giving them the limit to an extent that they will spend. I commend them in that. But on the other side, on the other hand, the money at hand that I'm seeing is too much. It's too much for presidential, or even all this, because it should not be a money thing. It should be a money thing. If people wanted to vote, what workers are working for? It's not a matter of INEC. Government budgets annually for INEC. They are talking about the candidate that are going to contest, the money that they will spend. So it's not INEC that is going to spend it. If you are contesting for president, the limit of the money that you spend. You are contesting for governor, House of Rep, councillor, chairmanship, the limit of the amount of money that you will spend for campaign. So it should not be a money thing.
National Assembly pegs campaign funding at 5 billion, 5 billion naira. What do you think about this money? Is it too much for the campaign presidential pool, or is too?
The 5 billion they're talking, they said that the government is not corruption, but I don't know. This 5 billion is high. It's too big. It's too big. What are they using it for?
For logistics, maybe security, this one and other stuff.
Security. How much have they spent to secure people they are killing? in Brunei, in northern Nigeria, how much have they bring out? Where people are dying day by day. Because of election, they're bringing this huge amount. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Let us think about life and property. But they're using this amount for election, only for election. Okay, look at people. There's no company. Me and you cannot open company because of the way the government handle us. That's why things are going difficult in Nigeria. How many foreign investors have you seen that come to this man regime? None of them. Everybody are running. Okay, that time they did the election in Osun State. I hear what foreign observers say. They said with this hand Nigeria are using for election, there's no foreign observer can come here and have investment. They say with this hand they cannot come. And in reality, they are not coming.
So to you, this 5 billion naira is too much?
It's too much.
If you cannot raise 5 billion, you can no longer contest for Nigerian president. That's just simple. Money, 5 billion is a lot of money. And I don't know, they are saying youth. How many youth can muster 5 billion naira? So by that alone, you have tactically blocked some section of the people to contest the presidential election. Period.
Yeah.
Because the 5 billion is on the high side, and they were saying one thing and saying another thing. If you have 5 billion, you're talking about vote buying. Because if you have 5 billion, because you have opportunity of giving people 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. That's just it.
So if you are to be one of the members of the National Assembly, how much will you reduce the money to?
Well, what I will advise the National Assembly member to do is to probably look at what are the essential campaign materials. How much does it cost? The posters, the big board. 5 billion naira is. They were saying they are giving some of buying vote with this 5 billion naira. So how can you justify 5 billion? 5 billion is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and they are saying never too young to rule. How can the youth, in anybody, 5 billion? Tactically, it's not. They are just eating up the politics by way of putting money. Anybody who had 5 billion, of course, yes, I have to share from the money. I don't subscribe to that. It's malady. It's a display of absurdity. I don't subscribe to that.
Thank you very much, sir.
From my own view, that 5 billion is okay because the person will have to campaign in all the states of the Federation, 36 states and Abuja. You have about 774 local governments to cover. You have about 360 federal constituency. About and then 10,000 wards to cover. So that 5 billion naira, I think, is okay.
But during the
to pay canvassers, you have to fuel vehicles and things like that.
But during the course of this interview on this program, a Nigerian said 5 billion naira is too small, that it should have made it 10 billion. What's your own take on it?
10 billion is too much, given the economic situation in the country, given that you need money to provide democracy dividends. You need to attend to rules, provide us with adequate health care and things like that. So to use 10 billion is too high. For me, it's too high.
Thank you, sir. And this is where we wrap it up on this program for today. I still remain Michael Adekunle. You are watching Flip TV. Bye for now.